Hi guys, welcome to 3-Minute Bio Lessons with Mr. D. Today, our lesson is the central dogma of biology.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is basically we have to go from stored information to whatever that stored information makes. Now, we're going to start metaphorically. Let's say every cell in your body is a kitchen or a restaurant. Every restaurant would have 2 cookbooks in it, and they would be pretty similar. One would be a female version, one would be a male version. Every cookbook would contain every single recipe necessary to make anything that the restaurant ever needs to make. Now, both cookbooks would be similar, but the recipes in them wouldn't be exactly the same. For example, if there was a cake, it might be chocolate from one cookbook and vanilla from another. So, from the cookbook, you get recipes. And like I said, each recipe will be similar, but not necessarily identical. From the recipe, you get a cake. And again, they don't necessarily need to be the same. For example, one could be chocolate and one could be vanilla. They serve the same function, they would be in the same place, but they wouldn't necessarily be the same. Okay, to take that biologically, you have a genome composed of DNA. So that's one 6-foot-long piece of DNA that's broken into 23 little pieces called chromosomes. Each of those chromosomes has many recipes on them, and we call those RNA or genes. One cookbook actually has approximately 20,000 recipes on it, 20,000 genes on it. Okay, from the RNA, you're going to generate a protein. Two, in fact. And they could be very similar, they could be identical, but they're going to be slightly different, most likely based on where they come from. So your mom's version would be probably a little bit different than your dad's. The example we've used so far is OPRM1 and the MOR receptor. So the genome would be the genome. It's always the same. The RNA would be the OPRM1 gene. And then the MOR, the mu opioid receptor, would be the protein. The mu opioid receptor might function slightly differently. For example, if your mom version doesn't work, your dad's version does. If you take both of them and put them into a cell, you might get half the firing. And that's how you generate, phenotypes. We'll explain that later. That's it.